Hi, my name's Lot, and I used to be really fucking fat. I'm not really that fat anymore. I lied. I'm so sorry. I said I was going to upload 2 videos last week, and I didn't. Because, in my defense, I got ill again. I have been in the midst of a migraine epidemic for, honest to God, weeks now. I've just not really fully recovered. To be honest, I've still got migraine pain even right now. I just couldn't bring myself to do another video last week. But here we are, back again. Thank you for all your lovely comments on me talking about how I got fat. Appreciate that. This week, I wanted to revisit my favourite pro athlete, GlitterandLazers. So I had a couple of comments saying they wanted me to revisit GlitterandLazers because she has recently pissed herself on camera, which in itself, the thought and the concept of a grown woman pissing herself on camera and being proud of it is sending me into a fucking aneurysm. Let's just hop right into it. I just thought we'd just do like a general let's get up to date. I am not interested in any of the Glitter and Laser stuff. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to cover any of her shitty fucking outfits. I'm not going to cover any of her shitty fucking holidays. I'm not going to cover any of her shitty fucking events. I just don't care. The one thing I will say though is it does not shock me she's a Swiftie. If anything, that is the least shocking information I learned while scrolling the farms to get up to date with her. Her Life of a Showgirl outfit was fucking hideous and she looked a tit. But that's not why we're here. We're here to look at form and a 40-year-old woman piss herself and then post it for hundreds of thousands of people to see. So without further ado, let's watch a grown woman piss herself.
Yeah.
I definitely peed a little bit. Go take care of that. I'll be back. But PR!
She's just definitely seen somewhere that elite strong women piss themselves. Yeah, when you're pulling world record breaking PRs, but you're not, Anna. I don't know if you just... I just get the impression she wants to be part of something. She wants to be part of a club and that she's quite a lonely lady. I have this... Can I get a little bit empathetic for a moment? I know that's not why we're here, but let me get a little bit empathetic for a moment. There's just something that says to me that this lady is very lonely. She wants to be part of a community so fucking bad and she's not quite found where she fits in the world. And now she's found this sport and she's trying to emulate what she's seeing online. And I think she's seen online somewhere that strong women piss themselves, which, right, I'm going to say it, I'm not particularly strong. To some people I am, to some people I'm not. I have never pissed myself deadlifting. I've never pissed myself squatting. I have never pissed myself in the gym, period. But I have never had children and I'm not morbidly obese anymore. I'm also not breaking world records. Or, Anna, let's get an Amazon wishlist going. I'll get you some Kegel stones. I don't mind, woman to woman. You know what I mean? There's a lady on TikTok actually who does that to music that you might benefit, actually. You might benefit. So for the person who asked me my opinion on that, yeah, it's fucking gross. It's just point blank period, gross. Your pelvic floor's weak. You can be as strong as you want and you're pulling in your legs all you want. That signals to me a weak pelvic floor and a weak core. Oh my God, hold your fucking piss, you monstrous. The coach coming in and giving her a little high five as she's going, I piss myself! Like, right, let me rewind a little bit. She's arching her back still quite a lot on these strict presses, isn't she? Better than last time, but she still is quite arched. A lot of people have got issues with her dressing up in the gym. I don't. Honestly, right, I don't care. If it motivates you to get in to dress up, sound, I don't care. I personally have been wearing the same rotation of t-shirts for years. Like, I'm sure you'll probably notice there's a Motorhead t-shirt that I've been literally wearing since I started weightlifting. Because clothes are clothes to me. I'm going in the gym and lifting weights. I'm not arsed what I look like, really, because I'm not there for a fashion show. But that's how I approach it. Because doing the lifting is enough in itself for me to get in the gym. But if you need to look cute, or if you need to put makeup on, or if you need to dress up as a character to go to the gym, sound. My issue is when you make other people's problem. She is an unbearable toddler, like a 40-year-old toddler coming in and being like, guess what character I am, guess what character I don't care. I've come come the gym, lift some weights. I'm not interacting with this. If that's what you need, sound, but don't involve me. The next 3 slides are screenshots of her story. So for those who aren't looking at the screen, I'll read them out. So the first screenshot is her lay down, and it says, so good news and bad news. Good news, my body is recomping. I'm gaining muscle and losing fat. Bad news, I have a lot of loose skin and my body has freaked out a bit and decided to just store some extra water in there. I'm stepping up all my therapies to manage it, and the most full of water I've been since surgery, and I can feel it. I'm back to wearing compression 12 hours a day, lymphopress daily, and anything else I can do to help them fluid move. My team is confident that this is just my body changing quickly and my system just being a bit overwhelmed and confused. Right, I'll get to my thoughts in a second. I just want to get through all the screenshots. Second screenshot, she's hitting it with one of these little poses. If you're new here, my body is weird. I'm so glad you gained muscle, lose fat, had loose skin, and didn't retain water in it. Unfortunately, for those of us with lymphatic and connective tissue disorders, our bodies can behave a bit differently. Our bodies love to swell. So when there's space to add a little more water, my body is like, hell yeah, let's move on in. To help reverse and prevent this, I will need to wear my compression, increase my conservative therapies. This will take away that space, so hopefully my skin can shrink a bit. It is not able to do that when it is weighed down by the fluid. Eventually, I will need it removed, not just for the aesthetics, but so I can finally imagine a life without wearing compression nearly all the time. Also, this is info shared with me by my doctors and how I understand it. Do I have all the technical terms right? Probably not. That said, I'm sure someone else is going or will go through this and appreciates the visibility, hence why I share. She's hitting it with a very cheesy thumbs up. Also, thanks to all of you who don't try to fight me about my body in the DMs. It is appreciated, and I keep posting this stuff because you all are awesome and deserving and cool. Also, you've told me time and time again that this stuff makes you feel less alone. Happy to be able to continue to do that for you. We need each other. The concept of your body recomping when your diet stays exactly the same, but you've now started badly push pressing 25 keggers. What are you talking about? Genuinely, what are you saying? Because as far as I'm aware, your diet has not changed. In fact, you make an active effort to say that we don't know what you eat and that the diet doesn't matter and it's just about training for this competition that you've got coming up. When any person who talks about body recomposition will tell you that it is mainly diet. Anything to do with your weight is mostly diet. You can lose weight or gain weight purely through eating and not changing how often you move your body. So the concept of this woman telling me that her body is recomping is just, I've got no words. I'm gonna be real here. I don't know a lot about lymphedema and lipedema. Doesn't sound like how that works. I know that Shakara Transformations did a way more in-depth video than I could possibly do about this topic in particular, and she went and actually gave a good explanation about it. But I know that simply put, this is just not how it works. Like, your body is not recomping because you've started putting some 25 kegger logs above your head. But you know what? She's the expert. Like I said, I'm no doctor. I only know what I know. Creators that have done way more in-depth videos about that topic in particular, I highly recommend Shakara Transformations video about this topic because she goes into actual depth about how it works. The video that interested me the most was this breakdown she has in her car. Now, I'm late to the party, obviously, by about 2 weeks or something like that now. So you've all probably seen it at some point, but she fails a lift and she breaks down in her car about it. Let's have a watch, shall we?
I think this might be a car crash out. It was bad. It was good and it was bad. I did more than I've ever done on log. I push pressed, but when we got to stones, my arm, because all the swelling just gave out, and like, it's so frustrating when everything in you wants to be the best, wants to work the hardest, and your body just decides to not cooperate, and I have no control over it, and I feel helpless, and it's very frustrating. And it's not like a muscle injury or like something that can be rehabbed. It's like my arm feels like a balloon that's gonna pop because of the freaking fluid.
I was with her. She had me there for, I'm not gonna lie, she had me there for about 30 seconds. It's shit when you have a shit day at the gym. It really fucking is. And I would be lying if I said that I've never cried after the gym, because I have. I've watched other creators' response to this video as well, about how it's a weak mentality, etc. Going to the gym, and specifically going to the gym to train in a sport, it does test you mentally. It really does. But the point of the training is not just to train your body and your muscles and your technique. It's also to train the mind to become resilient. Since I started Olympic weightlifting, I have become really resilient, and that resilience has kind of seeped into other areas of my life. Like, I receive criticism at work way better now. I used to be super rejection sensitive, but since, you know, Olympic lifting for 3 years, building that resilience, building that trust in myself, and building that self-confidence has meant that has seeped out into other areas of my life, in my social interactions, into my work life, into my academic life, even so much so to be able to post things on social media, first on TikTok and now here on YouTube. So yeah, I would be lying if I said I've never cried in a car before, and we've all been there. And there's 2 buts here. The first but that I want to say, she loses me when she says, but my body did this, but my body does that. You and your body, your brainy up here, and body are one. You are your body and your body is you. And this mind-body separation that these sorts of people, these fat liberationists, these fat acceptance, these disconnection that they have between themselves, their brain, their cognitive thinking, and their body is what holds them back. It's a big talking point amongst the fat acceptance and the fat liberation TikToks that I see, is like, my body doesn't define me, blah, blah, blah. But it does. It's a reflection of you and your habits and your lifestyle, your body. It does. Absolutely reflects you. I don't want to get in my comments, bar a few chronic illnesses and disabilities. Like, I am a chronic illness girly. Like I've said, I've been suffering with the same migraine for fucking weeks now. I get it, right? But your body is still you and you are still your body. So she loses me there. And also, my second but is, you cannot separate your mind and your body in any sort of strength sport. In any sport, period, I would assume. Can't speak for all sport. Because the mind-body connection is so important. How can you know that a particular movement you're doing is being done correctly other than just watching your form back if you can't feel it in the targeted muscle groups? So say I'm fucking RDLing, for example, right? And I'm away with the fairies because my body isn't connected to my mind. And then I'm not feeling it in my hamstrings. So I'm doing the exercise wrong. So it's redundant. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, we fail. And I'm sure as I've done my little spiel here, I've shown clips of me failing, because I've failed a lot. And a lot of people who are watching this video and watch content of yours or watch critiques of yours will have also failed in the gym. It comes with the territory. You can't be constantly good at something forever. Where's the learning? Where's the personality building? Do you know?
It's gonna pop because of the freaking fluid.
Oh my God.
I want to be successful, and when I can't do something, instead of being like, my body's not cooperating, those thoughts creep in like I'm being lazy, I'm not trying hard enough. But simultaneously I hurt, and it's just...
I understand why she's frustrated. But again, here we are. She is separating her body from her mind. Her mind is giving her the negative affirmations of her saying she's not good enough, she's lazy, she's this, she's that. But then she's going, but I'm none of those things. It's just my body doesn't work. But your body's still you. And yet, talking negatively to yourself is like a fucking massive no-no. I know I'm all ha-ha, hee-hee, here's some swearing, crude, whatever personality, but at the core of it, I am super therapized, and I will speak positively to myself. I speak positively to myself every single day. If I'm about to do a big lift in the gym, since we're the same topic, as I'm about to do the lift, I will actually say to myself, you would not be attempting this if you weren't capable. This would not be on your plan if your coach didn't think you were capable. You have done the work, you have put in the effort, you have put in the grind, you are capable of this. Positive affirmations are great. So what I'm seeing here is not a weak body. It is a weak body. It is a super morbidly obese body, but that's another subject altogether. But what is being displayed to me here is a weak mind. No resilience, no self-confidence. You can strut about in sponsorship lingerie all you want and talk about how confident you are despite your lymphedema or despite your body, or you're sexy because of this. This is actually who you are. In this clip, this is who you are. Let's go.
It's so frustrating. Not every day in the gym is a good day. Some days are like this and just make you feel like shit. I'm going home feeling terrible about myself. And I really shouldn't, because I had a really great log, but the fact that I couldn't pick up that stone that my arm gave out, it's living in my head right now, and I don't know how I'm going to get past that. Today I will, but I'm just sad. So I'm going to drive home and probably cry and listen to sad music the whole way, and then when I get home, I'm going to stop letting myself be sad. I'm going to do something that makes me happy, and I'm going to move on, because this is just one day at the gym. This is not my whole story. This is just a blip. It's
Dude.
just a blip.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm crying. I've gone red from laughing. Oh. This is not my whole story. What are you talking about? What are you actually saying? It's not my whole story. You had one bad lift in the gym. Holy moly. Girl. I'll tell you what you should have done, right? Be gutted about missing your lift. If this is how intensely sad you feel about missing a lift, right? Feel it. Understand it. Deep why you feel that way. So when I feel this way, I try and locate why I feel that way. I go, right, where am I feeling this sadness right now? Right, okay, it's here, wherever. Okay, why do we feel that way? Okay, right, because of this. Okay, well, and then I speak to myself about why it's okay, I can still feel like that, but it's not facts, it's not logic. Girl, you're a 40-odd-year-old woman. You are, and I was corrected in my previous Anna video. I'm sorry for saying she was 180 kilos, okay? That's what Google told me. I understand now that she's closer to 250. You can stop telling me now, okay? I understand. You are a 250 kilo woman who has never trained seriously in a strength sport before. You've been doing this shit for, longer than I said last time, like 2 months now, right? But in that time, you've also been on holiday, drank a load of alcohol, eaten all between. This has not been like day one on the grind, completely pro athlete seriousness, right? This is just you trialing a sport and seeing how it's going, learning some moves, right? Getting a coach, all that jazz. You're allowed to feel sad about missing a lift, but like, no one's died. No one's hurt. No one's sick. Feel sad, but go, okay, not every day is going to be a good day. Not only are you a 40-year-old 250 kilo woman, that brings its own complications. You also have lymphedema, and also you're a woman. Like I can say from experience that 1 week to the next I can shift quite different amount of weight, and my warm-up weight, if I'm cleaning 55 keggers as a warm-up one day, next week that warm-up may feel like a PB because like the heaviest fucking thing I've lifted all week, right? Because of hormones, right? Obviously I don't know if she's perimenopausal, I don't know if she's premenopausal, I don't know where she is in that sort of journey, but what I'm saying is, as a woman, our hormones do change week to week, and some days you're just not gonna be as strong. The weak mind of this woman, the mind boggles me. 130 pound log clean into press reps. Just learned push press today, so I'm a little uncoordinated. First time doing this weight and for multiple reps. What is 130 pounds in kilos? 58 kilos. One arm is significantly weaker than the other. She kinda, which would not fly. She's very unstable on her feet. What I will say is the pushing part's looking better. But again, the angle's slightly different to the last video we saw. Last video was more side on, so you could really see that back arch. You can't really see it here because it's more diagonal. The arch looks better from what I can see, but this, like, no bueno. Our arms should be synchronized. Oh, is this her failing the Atlas? Oh, this is her failing. Oh, okay. So it says, it's important to show that not every part of the workout is great. I have some weird swelling right now. My arms in particular at times feel like a balloon about to burst, and my arm loses all its strength and just gets weak. I try to push through it where I can, but I had to stop working stones today because it got too painful. I cried in my car about it, which is what we saw, because even, oh God, she types like she's illiterate, because even though I have gotten to a point where 90% of the time my body and I are on the same team, that 10% it behaves unexpectedly. It is so mentally exhausting. Also the Taylor Swift song, so she gets it to her knees and then she just kind of drops it and grabs her arm. My body and I, your body is you, Anna. It's okay that you're not a super fit, super pro athlete. It's okay. You've been doing this 2 months, you know, it's fine, but your body is you.
It was bad. It was good, and it was bad.
So first, let's talk about why today was good. I got to learn how to do a push press with the log. So here I am practicing just the push part. Then I'm going up and cleaning the log, and now I'm practicing the push to press part over and over to get familiar with the motion. And my coach is actually standing to the side, giving me feedback, so I'm correcting with each push press.
The push. Her push press is looking slightly improved. It does actually look like her back is arched here though, but it looks better than it did.
Then we did do some sets of clean to push press over and over, and I got to do this in the heaviest weight I've ever done, which is 135 pounds, which is a pretty good weight for someone at my level doing log.
Like again, I know strongman has way more flexible rules than Olympic and power lifting. Dude, look at this push. So that is 59.8 kilos. You carry on, Anna.
I'm getting stoned for the first time.
I'm getting stoned for the first time. If I had to train around this woman, I'm already a bit of a solo trainer, right? I train solo. I don't like getting distracted. I like to get in, stretch, do what my coaches assign me, and get out as quickly as possible. If I was in the gym and I was waiting to use a piece of equipment and Anna was filming herself going, I'm getting stoned with it, I probably wouldn't actually do anything. I'd probably roll my eyes and try and find another bit of equipment. I wouldn't want to initiate a fucking conversation with the overgrown toddler, do you know what I mean? Could you imagine a conversation between me and her?
I was so excited to do stones for the first time. I've been training for about 2 months and I've never gotten to do these before, so I was kind of pumped. And the first set at around 95 pounds was okay. Like, it didn't feel bad. My body was reacting.
So it's not that
normally.
heavy.
It didn't even feel that heavy, so I was confident that, like, hey, I'm gonna have a good day. However, when we went up to the next weight, which is about 135 pounds, things did not continue to be okay.
I can't do it right now.
That's quite a hefty jump, right? 95 to 135 is quite a hefty jump of weight. Maybe your arm doesn't hurt. Maybe it's just too heavy for you.
In order to distract me, my coach made me pivot and do some leg work, and this was to remind myself that I was still strong, even if my arms today were weak. It did help, but I did still end up crying in my car on the way home, because, you know, nobody's perfect.
See, the thing is, right, I don't think you're weak. Well, you are. By definition, you're weak. By definition, I'm weak, right? But you're new. You're allowed to be weak. Maybe it's just too heavy for you. Maybe you're just not there yet. And that's okay. Like, that's fine. Like, you're allowed to be new at something. Actually, embrace being new at something. I understand that there's probably quite a lot of pressure when you're such a big creator to, when you start something, to not look a fucking idiot. Like, I can imagine embarrassment can come quite easily if you're a big creator and have a weak mental like Anna. So to be new at something is like the ultimate embarrassment because you just want to be an immediate influencer in something, right? Just embrace being new at something. Embrace that this is part of the process, the journey. There's no ultimate goal. This is just it. You'll get that weight, but then you'll fuck up the next weight. Because that's how it goes. I fuck up weights all the time.
That's like a weird thing right now, is I'm simultaneously being shamed for losing weight and for still being too fat. So, you know what? I can't win, and I've stopped trying.
Her coach looks so fucking done with her. But also, like, who's making fun of you for losing weight, Anna? Is it because we're calling out the fact that there is actually no physical possibility that your body is recompositioning? She's clean and pressing the log, 125 pounds, 56 kilo log. So it says, also strongman training is still going strong. Here's me doing 125 pound on the log for reps, which is 56 kilos. I genuinely love this community. It's a welcoming place where I can be myself and be active without judgment. It's changed my perspective on the gym and life. How much of my own fear in life is the result of a few bad experiences? How much potential joy am I missing because I let a few bad moments drown out the many positive and neutral ones? It's truly shifting the way I view my experiences. I can be mad about the not so great ones while also acknowledging the good. I can choose to not let the negativity cloud my worldview. Something I already fucking said like fucking 5 minutes ago in the video was your mental shit. Work on the strength or your muscular strength all you want. If your mental is that shit, we need to be working on that as well. And yeah, the lifting community is great and very welcoming. Well, for the most part, there's a few rotten eggs. In general, wonderful, welcoming. When it's not, is when someone comes in and co-ops the space and pretends they're a fucking professional athlete and starts giving advice to other new gym goers about exercises and the likes. You telling me the difference between a push and a strict press? Like, you've been here 2 minutes, girl. You've been here 2 minutes.
Today I was lifting some weights and I fell over. And no, I didn't think a big deal of it at the time. I was doing something wrong. I should have been doing it right. Me falling over felt like
what should have happened. But later in the day, I went for my MLD massage, and I got on the table, had my massage. I fell asleep, which is not super common for me. And at the end of the massage, I was getting off the table, and I fell off the table, and then the table fell on me. I don't know how it happened. I then, using the adrenaline in my body, lifted the table off my bare naked body, because of course I just had a massage, threw on my clothes and drove home. And I was like, just embarrassed. I was just embarrassed, but I felt fine, right? I didn't feel like anything was wrong until today when I woke up. My body hurts. I don't think it's anything serious, hopefully not anything serious, but I feel like I have been run over with a massage table. So yeah, I was feeling so great yesterday, and today, you know, not the same, but for a good reason, because I had a massage table fall on me, and because I fell over with a bunch of weights. Like, it makes sense. And here I was, so silly and stupid last night, being like, I'm fine. I'm not fine. I just had a lot of adrenaline in my body.
I don't know what it is about the goals, but they've got two settings: victim setting, boohoo, I'm so poorly, I'm so ill, I'm biggest victim in the world, or I'm a fucking superwoman, I can do anything, I'm so fit, sexy, look at me. So, and in this clip, she's talking about, with my strength, push the massage table off me. Let's watch the video of her falling over. Oh! Dude. But this is just another example of her in her two settings, right? Because earlier in this video, she's yapping about how her body is separate to her and her body betrays her all the time, and about how her body just goes weak and she's such a victim to her own encasing. But now she's a super strong woman, getting up and just carrying on, and I don't let falling over stop me. Like, what? Which are you? You're one or the other. Like, why are we in one moment a perpetual victim, and the other the strongest woman in the whole fucking wide world? Sorry, hang on. What are we fucking doing? Hang on, I gotta watch that one more time. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. What is she doing? No fucking wonder she can lat pull down that weight. She's sending herself back and bringing it back. She's bringing herself back. Absolutely fucking sending herself back into the stratosphere. What the actual fuck? I'm scared, Carter. Sorry, that's so funny. Exercise that good for your back. No. Look, good morning. I love a good morning, personally. The absolute concept of a 250 kilo woman telling me what exercises are good for my back is sending me. I'm sent, mate. 125 strict press. Ivana weighs 250, so she is lifting 20% of her body. 20% of her body weight. And the back bend and all that shit. Like, it's just, yeah. She's fully trying to get on the fitness influencer grind. So for those who aren't watching the screen, so it starts off a couple of clips of Anna lifting, and it says them. I don't want to lift heavy because I don't want to look masculine. And so her lifting, and then it changes to her dressed up, and it says me. I look the most glamorous I have in years because I lift heavy. This woman has some form of reverse body dysmorphia, because there is no way she thinks that her body has recompositioned enough in 2 months without changing how she eats and lifting fucking 25 kgs at a time, that she thinks that she looks the best she ever has because she's been doing that in that amount of time. There's just no fucking way. She's got to have some sort of reverse body dysmorphia. But like, this is such a TikTok influencer sort of trend that sent me. I'm gonna leave it there. That's me all caught up with Anna. I hope that everyone's happy that I've now caught up with Anna. I had a few comments saying, please keep up with Anna, please keep making Anna videos. Don't feel like I really got much to say other than, like, she's not lost weight, she's not changed her diet, so therefore she won't lose weight. Her lifting in general isn't very good. And you know what? I wouldn't expect it to be very good when you've been doing it 2 months. I'm not expecting you to be perfect, but in her journey, the fact that she is doing these sort of influency TikToks and saying what lifts are good for your back and that, like, you've been here 2 months. 2 months. I'll leave it there for now. Anna's made my day better by giving me a good old fucking laugh. If you've got any suggestions or anyone you'd like me to have a look at, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching again. And again, I just wanted to say another big thank you for all the love I got on my story time video about how I got fat. Appreciate that. I feel like I got quite vulnerable in that video, and I've watched it back now. My God, wow. Shut up. So thanks for watching that. I'll see you all next week for another one. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bow bow.